Good evening and happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to Roast. I'm London Jen, all one word. 3 ends on my Jen.
Just a top tier battle like that battles top tier people and makes classics happen. I don't know.
Talk about it.
You might pretend you don't know who I am, but you know who it is. It's your favorite. It's Rivers. Come on, man. Let's go.
Come on. It's a celebratory Sunday roast today. Obviously, we are off the back of match day 3. If you have been sleeping under a battle rap rock, get out from there. First of all, there are better places to sleep. But second of all, match day 3 Premier Battles went down at the Amersham Arms in London yesterday, and it was crazy. Headlined by our very own Rivers.
Come on, man. It's your Sunday roast family here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was fire. That's my bro right there.
It was Dubbington.
How much events has it been where we've been saying this is the best battle we see this year, and then we get a next event? It's like no. This is the best battle this year. And then we get another event. So like this is continuing in that vein right now. That just so much.
I feel like where the sun being out always makes a difference. There was an amazing crowd yesterday. Nice. Everybody showed up. The great and the good of the battle rap community was there, and the people that put on really put on, man. The vibe in that building was amazing. Big Techie talking about some amazing performances. Apologies for the late start, everyone, and then even later than advertised start. But yeah, definitely want to get some of the guys from the card on to recap it, tell you their thoughts.
To recap. That is a Tariq flip. Say no more.
Yeah, nah. Anyone who's using that,
it's because he's sitting with wax. To recap, I'm just trying. Yeah. About my leg with the fucking Humpty.
Oh no, it's all going on.
This tastes good though.
It is,
and I've had such a good weekend. I can just forget about that burn for now.
Yes, it's been it's definitely been something else. But like you said, it's just a continuation. It really is just a continuation. That's it. That is it. So we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, and hopefully I'm just sending the stream as we speak to people. Dub says the scene is on track to be bigger than ever. And we still have so many events this year. Damn, where's my my charger? We still have so many events this year, not to say the mega not to say nothing of the mega November plug 4 card packed with internationals.
Listen, if you think I was fire against Gem, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I've been consistently doing this, just going up from level to level. Do you see this one? November.
It's gonna be a madness.
It's gonna be more than a madness. It's gonna be more than a madness. What's higher than madness?
Insanity.
Insane asylum type shit. You know what I'm saying? Padded room bars.
Why can't I get this link properly? I know what I can do. Padded room bars. I like that. Straight jacket shit. Straight jacket spitting.
100%.
That's what it's all about. Oh, come on. Let me copy this, man. Let me copy this. Big Techie, are you pulling up? Because, talk about a breakthrough performance. Talk about leveling up.
There's a big difference between tech and a lot of people right now.
And he showed that yesterday. In a room packed full of vets. Tech dominated. He commanded
every
that
single
stage.
Ounce. He left no stone unturned. That's the best way I could describe it. He left no stone unturned in that battle there. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're gonna run through the card. I'm trying to see if I can. I want to see if I can get the guys from the card to pull up. But yeah, late start today. 5 minutes. Okay, wicked tech. Thank you. But yeah, it's been a bit of a late start. But yeah, we'll wait for tech to recap his. I can't unhear Tariq out now. I can't unhear it now, and I say waiting.
Oh shit! I just thought of another one. The Tariq app.
Yeah.
So Tariq app.
Yeah. And
Tariq cap and the Tariq app. It just someone just came in right now and said, "What the fuck are they talking about?" But no, like you know.
Yes. But yes, what we are talking about is this. When I can find it, is this Premier Battles Match Day 3. Gemin1 versus Rivers, Tony D versus Mo, Kingsley Thunder versus Frost, Crow versus Mackenzie, and Tech versus Villain. Oh my goodness. It was a few kind of slip ups on the card, and maybe performances that, you know, people.
I said in a tweet that the card was like 60% plug worthy. Understand? And then I could even say 70%, and 30% of it was not as plug worthy as the other. Because I really feel like
it was like a plug event.
Yeah, but and then I think Freeman dropped the ball a little bit. 2 in the same battle, 1 in his off his own accord, and then everybody else did what they were supposed to do. Is how I felt.
Yeah, but the leveling up as well.
Yeah,
the leveling up. Let's Black T lied in his last battle. That's just to recap.
Who said that?
Dubbington.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
That's all. That. That's some triple, double. I don't even know how much that is.
I like that. But yeah, let's talk about. Should we talk about Crow and Mackenzie? Oh, I'd love to get Crow on.
I think. Yeah. Let's wait for Tech. Because
and then we'll run through. We got.
Let's go through Kingsley and Frost. Let's go through Kingsley and Frost first.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that. This was one that, you know,
we kind of knew what we was getting in terms of these are 2 funny guys. I was gonna say these are some funny ass. These are 2 funny guys.
Except right before the battle, Kingsley told me, "I'm not coming with jokes today. I'm coming to smoke them."
And then he says,
"That's a bad Kingsley impression. He doesn't really sound."
Do you know what? It isn't too bad.
Generic Liverpool.
It is generic Liverpool, but at least it's not generic. At least it's not generic Newcastle or Manchester. You know what I'm saying? That would have been more of a problem.
Generic.
Just deepen up the voice. Generic.
Yeah, Kingsley
Jimmy
said.
Corkill.
Yeah. Stephen Gerrard.
Fucking hell. Why did you add Ahmed in the middle of Gerrard? You're taking the piss. You should have said Kanaka.
Blochen and Machen.
Blochen and Machen.
No, there's a clip of Stephen Gallagher.
Stephen Gerrard.
Saying Blochen and Machen.
Blochen and Machen.
Yes.
So who was Blochen and who was Machen in this battle?
Well, why I was doing a poor imitation of Kingsley is because before the battle he was saying, "I'm coming to bring a different side. I'm bringing the smoke."
Yeah,
it's not, you know, don't expect the Kingsley that you're used to. We have our first guest with us, a very esteemed guest.
I mean, when he's in his spare time, when he's not putting plugs together, he's doing match days now. You know, when doing plugs isn't enough, why not just throw match day into my resume as well? Why not? Yeah, this is what we do now.
Why not?
Got a short circuit probably coming soon as well.
Mr. Premier Battle South.
Yeah, that's it.
Himself.
The face.
This is it,
the
right?
Face.
The face. And the man behind Premier Battle South. The plug himself. Show yourself, plug.
Show yourself, plug.
Yo.
You're low still.
No, that's my volume. No, you're good. Pack some patience.
Pack some patience.
Gonna put a spliff in a burner. Yeah.
Sim in a burner.
I say a sim in a burner.
But you could put a spliff in a burner.
Yeah, nah. Sim in a burner. Yeah. Welcome. God, sorry about the silliness. It's one of them nights. Can you hear us loud and clear? We're okay. We're coming through.
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Have you yesterday was intense. It was epic. It was insane. It was everything that, you know, the people in the building wanted it to be. How do you feel 24 hours on?
I feel great, man. I feel like mission complete. You know, there's a lot of anxiety that goes into these before the events, making sure everything's right, trying to figure out what phone call am I gonna get that's gonna piss me off before the battle. Then who's gonna try, like, do you know what I mean? Like, because it seems like tradition now, like every time on the day of the event something happens, but nothing happened. Everything went smooth. And yeah, great event. But the crowd was amazing. Mine are a few people talking at the back here and there.
Yeah, what was that about, man?
No, I think with that, I think sometimes what I'm noticing is some newbies still need to learn the etiquette. So sometimes they
I
come
don't know.
late.
I saw some heads.
Yeah.
I saw some heads.
Okay, I didn't see heads that
several times across a few battles. You know who you are, right? Heads in the back, just chit-chatting
by the bar and shit.
Yeah. And like there's a whole other bar through the other door. But anyway, let me get off my
it's true. I felt the same way, man. I felt the same way, like, and at one point, I'm not gonna lie, like, if at one point I thought was around.
At one point you went charging through that crowd, and I thought someone was about
to. But I wanted to do that a few times. I think after I went through the crowd, like, I thought, nah, if I have to go there again, it's not like I'm not gonna be nice, man. I'm not.
Listen, I charged through the crowd, and by the time I got through there, I saw Chubbs already there. Yeah. And I left him on the stage. I'm thinking, how the fuck do you do that?
Heads will roll. Yeah, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. Just respect the team, man. Just respect the team. But other than that,
especially that when was it's your fellow professionals.
To me, overall, that we're talking 4%.
Yeah. Nah, that was tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. Overall, like, great, dope event, great event.
And the crowd overall was amazing.
Exactly.
Such a responsive crowd. Such a man. Yeah.
And they were patient too. They were patient too because I was conscious that I had the breaks longer than usual, sorting out judges and all that kind of stuff. So the crowd was still very patient as well. So big them up. Still, there's people that, and you got to remember, like, there's FA Cup. There's people that wanted to leave.
To
go and watch the game. And they said, nah, we staying.
Well, thankfully they was Man United fans, otherwise they definitely would have been staying. You know what I'm saying? They was happy to fucking get out of that way because I was like, yeah.
Well, it was great that the football was playing in the pub part of the room, so you know, in between, it's like people could still catch up on what was going on, catch a little bit of it, and then come right back to the action in the other room.
Also, I'd say, like, when you're watching good material and good bars, sometimes you want to go back and decompress and talk about it for a little while. You understand? You want to like release, like, and the bit where he said that, and you want to have that little moment for a little while, and it's
especially because, like, our little scene is like, it's like a little community in it, and a lot of them only see, like, they talk throughout, but they only see each other at battle events, so. They need time to catch up. And how's the family? And how's this? And how's the cat? And how's the dog? You get me? So
yeah, that's a fact. Have you got a highlight from yesterday? There were many highlights and many things that you can and we will talk about.
I don't know. My highlight for me is just seeing both my bros, like Rivers and Gem, go at it. I feel like, because that's something that for me was very like, alright, so Rivers is my guy, Team Glory. This is the first time I'm going against the ends. Like, Gem's my guy, so like my bro's going to war over here. You get me? And I can't do nothing about it. They just gotta swing it out. You get me? And yeah, and it's just my highlight for me was actually seeing Rivers and Gem go at it, and then seeing the respect for each other grow in front of me. Like I felt like right in front of me, Rivers got a different level of appreciation for Gem and respect for Gem right after the battle, and so did Gem for Rivers, and I saw that in front of my eyes live in the flesh.
I feel like as well that's been something. I feel like we always had like an underlying respect for each other, but I don't think we've ever given each other our flowers ever in 10 years. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So I'm saying
it took that battle for real.
And because both of you are my guys, seeing you guys go to war and then be like, nah, man, that was crazy. That's my guy, and giving each other flowers and appreciation and respect as two guys that do this at a high level. It was so dope to see, man. It was so dope to see. Yeah. But that was a lot of highlights for me. Like I feel like Tony was amazing. I feel like Tony was amazing. Moke did great. Crow did amazing.
Crow was amazing. Well, yeah.
Mackenzie, I also gonna give Mackenzie's flowers because he battled Yunnan and Crow a week apart.
And didn't skip a beat, bro.
Yeah.
We have to give love to that, man.
He didn't skip a beat, bro.
I forgot about that.
Man, I still understand what this guy's bringing to the table.
Exactly. Crow was amazing. He had a standout performance, probably his biggest performance on Prem yet. This is the performance he needed on Prem to show like his that
biggest performance. Full stop. Yeah. Like, this was one of those that showed.
It was his night. Still, I don't think anyone was beating Crow.
And he needed that to show that a lot of people was questioning why is he in Division 1, and no one will questioning him now going forward. So it makes me like also see Trubs saw Saturn as a manager there that. So that's shout out to Crow for that, to validate me as a manager there. But yeah, and yeah, like I was saying, I gotta give Mackenzie flowers for battling a week apart too. You're standing in front of 6 crazy rounds. Like Yunnan was crazy and Crow was crazy. Like that's 2 crazy rounds, and he came all the way from Scotland to Manchester, and then from Scotland to London. Like you gotta give respect.
Yeah, that's a lot to do in
a week apart.
Yeah.
Like that's
a hell of a lot.
Tech was amazing as well. Tech was amazing. And yeah, man, crazy performance. I feel like he had his standout performance. I feel like that was my favorite Tech ever as well.
Yeah. I agree.
Very well rounded. He's a man that came with a mixed bag and gave a sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of that. You see, when he's all shoulder barging villain, like, you don't even need to do that. But Tech was just in a bag where it's like everything.
Man, his crowd control was amazing to me. Like he knew exactly when to pause, exactly when to.
The projection as well. Sometimes
let me just shout out Prem in the chat quickly.
Salute
shout out to Prem who said, "Why poo?" This is something we got to do, Prem. Sorry. We're not doing it now.
No, secretly he said, "Why people?" He's just misspelled. Say no more.
Tech's performance got it a main channel release.
Look at that. And you know it is. We were saying as well before, like the quality, maybe it will go on the Plug TV, but
technically it should have. But I was talking to Briggs and we was like, nah, man, this performance deserves to be seen, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Salute for that, Prem.
Definitely so.
Salute for that.
And also, it's not even that. Like we have to also same way I gave Mackenzie's flowers for battling a week apart. Tech prepped this in 10 days as well.
Yeah, he battled 2 weeks ago. Big up, Crow. We were just talking about you, and we'll get into your battle in more depth. But yeah, shout out to you. But yeah, I feel like those two definitely both had breakout performances. They showed a level that they've never shown before. And particularly in Tech's case, it's not easy to do that when you're not in a fight. Tech was not in a fight. It was very clear from, early in Villain's material, he was not gonna fight back, and Tech did not let up. No. He did not let up. He kept his foot on the gas and just revved that bitch, kept going. Like it was, like you said, like mentioning that unrelenting. That's it. The level of stage presence and crowd control, understanding how he can use his physicality over villain, understanding how to, that those little bits, those timings, it was a real level up. And I heard so many people, I heard Tony giving him his flowers in a major way. Hopefully he'll come on and we can talk about that. But yeah, he impressed everyone in that building, and I definitely think it's the best tech that we've seen. I
think tech set the building alight from early. Like he was the first person to light it up.
It was the first event. It was the first battle.
No, I swear Kingsley and Frosty.
No. It was the first battle, but villain went first, and soon as was round one on tech,
lit. Yeah. Salute to Cooper.
Villain asked me to hop in his second. Not doing it felt like twisting the blade at that point. Happy to die with him. Oh, gas. That's sweet of you.
Yeah, but
save yourself next time.
100%. Sorry, Villain's a big boy.
Yeah, that was really kind of, I guess, you don't know what to do in that situation, right? Do I do my bit? Do I not do my bit and then just make it even worse for him because then he's expecting me to do my bit? Is he expecting me to? Anyway.
But imagine jumping out there and also choking.
It's happened.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Jersey.
Tech was unreal though. He's on a tear.
100%.
Yeah, he really is.
He's got some strong wins.
Did you mention well-rounded?
Yeah.
And I feel like a year or so ago, that's not a word that you would necessarily associate with tech.
I said it myself. I said not too long ago, tech was very good at doing the fireball and just kept doing fireball. Hadouken, maybe punch, Hadouken. But it was the same or a similar style. It was like, when you go to and this happens and that happens, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Man, talking to Tech here, recently, he said to me, "Bro, have you realized that ever since I battled you, I've never done the it's just like that, ever again?" No. And I'm like, and he hit me. Black T had a similar bar, and he didn't hit because Tech didn't do it.
There you go.
Tech learned tech. You know what I like about Tech? Tech watches all of this. You'll listen to London Gen. You'll listen to Rivers. You'll listen to Trubs. You'll listen to Tony D. You'll listen to Briggs on the space. You'll listen to everyone, and he won't say nothing. And he's humble enough to take everything on board. And to see someone like that is only gonna grow, man.
They're dangerous.
It's only gonna grow, because they don't have the ego that's so big. They'll be like, "What are you talking about? Criticizing me and talking to." Nah, man.
Soak it up.
Yeah, man. Understand that you still got a lot to learn and be willing to learn.
That's it.
Be willing to learn. All of us are still willing to learn. Why? And it's mad that some egos are like, "Why are they talking about me?" That be willing to learn, man. And he is, and that's why he's getting results.
Yeah, you can see him adding elements to his game in every battle, and in this one, I think. Yeah, he really showed how, showed a sight of his true potential. And I think his ceiling just got a hell of a lot higher for a lot of people. I think maybe people were content to perhaps put him in somewhat of a box.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh no.
There's a few different boxes you can put him in now.
And those boxes might, it's like, yes, Moke. Shout out Moke.
Salute.
Yeah, talking about, pulling off some impossible feats. I did not think that second, and I saw the angle on Twitter, I did not think if you were gonna extend that too much, you were gonna be able to pull that off.
Moke is the angle master. That's what man has to start understanding. Like, I've never seen Tony D. Oh, that's not a real word. I've never seen him come out of himself like that in a battle. You understand?
Yeah, right.
That's when you're really listening to what he's saying, because you're thinking like he's in your head at this point.
Tony had hella rebuttals, so he was definitely listening, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and we're not giving away too many spoilers. You'll have to watch the battles yourself. They are on the Premier Battles Patreon already.
Movies.
Go and subscribe to the Patreon. It's ridiculously affordable and great value for money, and a great way to support the scene, to support Prem, to support the battlers.
100%.
I think it's really like unreal how good the battle scene is right now. It's really unreal how you can rely on how fire each battle will be now.
One second, Mike, can you cam up? I can't see your cam. If you can't, I'll just add you anyway. But if you can add your cam, I'm gonna add you to the stream. Welcome. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm ill at the moment. I think I got tonsillitis still. I can't.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was flaring up before the battle, so I'm happy I just pulled through, to be honest. But
there was a lot of us that was kind of ill before the battle, hoping we could just get through it still. I think Gem was kind of fucked as well.
Yeah. Gem was like, "Don't touch me, I'm ill." I'm like, right.
Yeah, shout out to everyone spreading germs at the event, but we appreciate it. I'm also going to bring Tech up as well. We got Moke and Tech. Gear1, I said out the gate. Shout out to Gas Off and Dazzy Talk. Salute, Big Techie.
Yo, what's going on? Oh shit!
You telling me, champ?
There. What are we saying?
Are you feeling? Yeah, how are you feeling? Moke is, decompressing, dealing with the cold that you couldn't deal with before the battle. How are you feeling? Wi-Fi kicking your ass. I feel you. I get it.
I think you got a call or something.
My bad. Switch from Wi-Fi today. I'm not gonna lie. No rehearsals. Nah, no rehearsals this morning. That was the best part of it, bro. Can't lie.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
No rehearsals, bro.
You know, like when you feel like you've been on tag or something, and like now they just release.
Bro, that's what it's like. Like, I haven't been myself, bro. I haven't been able, and it's not normal prep for me. Like, I had to fully push away the world for like the last 10 days. Like, I had to push away everyone.
What I realized last night, is how long I haven't listened to music. Like, I haven't
watched the TV. I ain't done nothing social, nothing, bro.
Well, you were mentioning that you had to cram in the 2 battles in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How was that? Because obviously you've had some times where you've crammed in battles. These were 2 big battles for you. Definitely, you wanted to have a great performance on Prem.
I think my Prem battle was more just me having a really great performance, and my T battle was just me, like T rap. So I just wanted to come out and battle someone that's at the top of everyone thinks at the top of their game or on that run. It was good to get the win. The prep was mad though, can't lie. It was really like 3 days around, like literally, I swear down, 3 days around with that one extra day spent.
Memory, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you pulled it off in impeccable fashion. Yeah. So salute to you.
Thank you, man.
Did you how did Villain's performance affect you as you went through the battle?
I already knew going in there. I already knew it was the possibility of most likely the thing was going to happen. So I just knew that no matter what he comes with, regardless if it's good, bad, stumble or not, I'm just going to wig. That was my whole.
I saw you shaking your head though, like as he was choking. So
because I was like, I don't want him to choke, bro, and he's giving it that. He was giving me the talk like he's not gonna choke, and then after the first battle, it was like, "Yo, you're not gonna get that bin," and then it's like, "Fuck, bro." Yeah, me so.
So, Tech, did you hear what Briggsy said that he's gonna put it on the main channel anyway because of your performance? What do you think?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I phoned him earlier. Still, like, I was like, "Yo, like, have we seen the battle?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was dope." I'm thinking of putting it on the channel. I was like, yeah. So I was just waiting. I'm hoping like to get it.
Tech was like, let me phone the gaffer. Yo.
Bro, if I keep it all the way a stack, it was a video chat. Like, live votes, I can see him in his eyes. Like, yo, did you see that? He didn't answer those. Yeah. So I was like, cool.
I need to see if you're telling the truth, bro.
Yeah. Telling you, I was phoning him with the glasses and the bucket, with the PB bucket hat on. You get me? I was ready. Like, yo.
Man was wearing merch and that.
Yeah, like, yo, did you see my thing? Did you see my thing? Did you see it?
Oh, shit.
But yeah, man. Nah, no.
That was the first battle he saw because he watched.
Yeah, literally. That's
he
what
hasn't even. Yeah, his first battle he saw. I don't know if he's seen.
The whole event was dope though, man. Like I think like Chubb said, there was just 1-2 people that couple chatterboxes and that, but obviously, yeah, man. I feel like just nip it in the bud. As the culture goes on, we just have to nip it in the bud, man. You know what I'm saying? Say them little moments when we're outside events, like yo.
First time doing an event without Briggsy there, I can honestly say you lot don't appreciate Briggsy.
No, man.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a constant. Like that's a constant. Yeah, Briggsy is underappreciated because.
And not only that, Rick also doesn't get the flowers he deserves. That's another thing.
And
Rick is cold.
And
Hanzo is new, so in a way, it's like he's done a great.
He's been around for a minute though, man. He's been around since Mackenzie battle for me.
Yeah, but he doesn't film as often, innit? Like he doesn't film as often. I'm saying more. And shout out Hanzo. I don't mean to take nothing away from Hanzo though, but I'm saying like Rick. I feel like no one ever talks about Rick, for example, and he still helps out a lot behind the scenes.
Rick's like a utility player still. He just does everything. Like he just does what he's doing. He's a fixer. You know what I'm saying?
So, Moke, you came up against a legend, a GOAT, a titan of our scene, an internationally acclaimed battle rapper of, of incredible esteem. How was that for you? How do you feel, you fared? What was it like standing up against them rounds?
You know what? Yeah, by the time I got to the battle, like just standing there in the pit, I just made sure like I had like my game face on and I had like my poker face. I wasn't reacting to anything because I think one of the criticisms I've had is like my defense or like my face being so telling when people are saying certain things to me. So,
very poised.
Yeah, so yeah, I had to stay poised. And first round, I was expecting a lot from him. Not to say it was like underwhelming or everything. It was still entertaining, but I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more. So I was happy with how the
kind of trash, Mike. Is there anything? Are you using earphones or anything? Is there anything that might be interfering? Because it just sounds a little underwater-ish.
It's kind of echoing.
Oh, is it? Oh,
it sounds a little underwater.
Are you doing loudspeaker?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Let me jump out and then jump back in.
Yeah, see if you can use earphones. That might help.
All right, cool. 1 second.
Yeah, we miss you, Sean Cray. You've watched everything except Gemin1 Rivers. You are in for a treat. Oh my Lord, you are in for a treat.
That man's team was nuts though. That man. Mike, that Michael Jackson tune, What About Us, with the winds just blowing and he's holding on to the tree. That man's thing was mad, bro. Close.
That guy's the maddest analogies. Like,
Bro, there was one point where Rivers was going crazy, and I swear down, he just chose like, I'm gonna rap to this airlobe right there. That's why I'm going ham, and he's just going. Jem's like giving it to him, like, "Yeah, go on, keep going." I'm like, "Yeah, this is mad, bro. Like, it's to watch it. It's crazy. Like, it's so hard."
I honestly feel like Rivers and Gem. Yeah, there's a few battles that you can use. Like, I feel like Rivers and Gem, even Gem and Koj, like you can use it to teach people out the battle.
Yeah, 100%.
There's so many points. Like, see how he was direct on there. You see how we multi that button. That you can go at those battles and you can get everything you need. Can't lie.
Yeah.
Jen, you're waiting.
Quill says Tech was my highlight of the day. Big up.
Big up, Quill, man.
Tech was dominant.
So dominant. It was such a commanding.
I was saying, like, I feel like maybe even if Villain got his bars off, the dominance you had would have just still swept him aside anyway.
I feel like there's no maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
About
I'm just being nice right now.
Do you know what's mad? Tech was going so crazy. Yeah. People was already saying, leave him alone. And you know what he done? He took his top off.
Yeah.
Man went even crazier.
That's what you're supposed to do.
What's that? Leave who alone?
No, get my shot. I'm here to prove a point. I'm gonna make an example of you.
He's saying about him. This is about me.
This is no, but that's what it really was, though. Like, that's really what it was. Like, I knew everything that everyone thought. I already thought of. I knew if Villain's coming off bad rounds, then I'm gonna have to bring it back. I know that I've come off a loss with Chubb, so everyone's thinking, yo, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not in Villain's boat, but do you know what I'm trying to say? I can see it in the distance. Like, man will be like, yo, like, man don't really want to see Tech on Prem too much, so it has to be that. And I just had a crazy one with T, so I'm like, yo, like, I have to keep the same energy and it can't go no further down. And yeah, man. And obviously when I battled T, I felt like it was good, but it wasn't the best me. I had a lot of like slurred moments. Where I was the main event, I drank during the day and whatnot. So I felt like it wasn't. So being first, clean, sober mind, like I was like, yeah, what, I'm first here, cool. And I was just like, yeah. And as soon as Travis told me I was first, I just went in that bit. I was just running my shit, like while the event was just running. That goes, man.
Yeah, that's
another thing I like. I told him it was first. He was like, go first. He just said, yeah, cool.
Get down to
do you know why? Do you know what it is though? Because I'm on a card with. I'm in a place where I didn't think I'd be, bro. So I'm in a place with. I'm on a card with Gem, Rivers, and I'm trying to say, like, obviously Bobby and you didn't go down, but the bets that are on this card is that I have to show it. I know who's even coming to watch them. I know who their brethren are. I've seen all of that. So it's like, yo, like, it has to be that. There can't be anything else.
Yeah, shout out BD Chicago in here. Smash the like button. Sure. Do say a Miami pack on deck. That's what's up.
Let's go.
That's what's up. Nice.
BD's
Enjoy.
Got the pack on deck.
That's it, with the matching beverage.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he's right. Hit the like button. This is a man with refined taste. He's telling you to smash that like.
And I feel like you should take a moment, like, because I'm seeing 13 people live. That's 8 likes. So let's catch up. And let's count to 10 and people are gonna catch up. No. We're gonna do that. Let's count to 10 and people are gonna catch up and hit the like button. Yeah? We're giving you time. I'm still talking, so you can click the like button. Yeah? Have you done it yet? Nah. I'm gonna go and check in a minute. I'll pause the show in a minute. You get me?
Listen, the plug is like the guy that checks he's the like keeper. So
I see 2 likes go up. So the rest of you, you get me. The rest of you catch up.
You back with us, Mike?
Yo, does my sound better?
Yeah, that sounds so much better.
All right, cool. Yes, I'm back.
What was you saying though before, Moke? So you thought that it would be better in the first?
Yeah. I just felt like it was just a. Yeah. It was just like a very relaxed. Right, hold on. I'm hearing myself play back. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and you're not. The beginning is coming out clean, and then it kind of goes back under.
Try turning your volume down a little bit. Sometimes it's like an echo effect.
Is that a 3-way tie for first place in Division 2? That's interesting.
I haven't been keeping up.
Let me go check the table, actually.
I was chatting about that earlier on with Jester, and I was thinking, like, who's actually was trying to work it out still? Like, who's actually the problem with that? Cool, these lot, cool. All right, cool. We need to get these lot out here.
So
who was the problem?
I think it's really, what is it? Is it Venom? Was it Venom? I think that group's probably.
Yeah, Stroh's team, innit?
Yeah.
Are you good, Mike?
Yeah, sorry. You know what it is? I had the YouTube tab open as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what was messing me up. My bad.
Yeah, no, you sound a lot clearer now. Thank you.
Yeah. Like the first round from Tony. Yeah, he was just like very relaxed, making jokes and all that jazz. I was just like, all right, cool. And then I came on my first round, and I think, to be honest, my freestyle about Villain kind of helped me edge that round a little bit. Because I think some parts hit, other parts were a bit dry. In comparison to what I expected. And then second round, I was just surprised that my angle didn't hit as hard as I thought it would. Like with the whole recycling thing and pulling out the examples and this, that, and the other, breaking it down, yada yada yada. I think it did, but I think I had bigger expectations as to how it would hit. His second round was cool as well. I liked it. And then third round, obviously, my guy talking through my round. I was just like, all right, cool.
You got to him.
Yeah, but I must have got to him.
You both had that though, but you lot both had that though, because when he had the what the fuck is a moke, I see you.
Now you know when he said that, I think I laughed.
Yeah, he looked low. He got low. You know when it was just him.
Yeah, he was getting really low.
No, but you know what it is? One thing I'll say is this year in battle rap, when a man asks you a question and repeats it, it kind of gives you a little bit more leeway than if he didn't ask you a question and you just jump out the window. And
I think personally that's what it was. It was stupid humor, but for me, it's like when everybody comes at Moke, the most African, he always like, this fucking bullshit. So Tony's gone the whole other side of the spectrum. So what the fuck is the Moke? That's what makes it funny for me. Like that's what it is.
Hilarious.
And then he's doing random moments of it. Like it's round 3, it's on you, Tony. The fuck is a Moke? I'm just there like, nah. See that's for me. I just don't know, like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's just that's the variables, like it's just that.
It was a very creative way to go at it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like obviously I know Tony has some shit, but in my head, that's all I remember. I just remember like he was the same. Oh, you get me? But it was dope battle.
You've got Gas and Sean Cray agreeing with you about the slow start to the first. Sean saying I kind of I thought Tone coasted the first a bit, then powered through like a Rolls Royce. He finished on fire. He really did. I'm gonna have to like I was surprised. So you're saying you're surprised the angle didn't go over better, but I'm surprised it went down as well as it did. Because and I think that's down to how you wrote and executed it. Because I didn't think when I saw the clip on Twitter, I was thinking, first of all, it's all fire. It's not directly
a copy.
Yeah, and he's had like 50 battles. Like, there's gonna be some similar stuff over, there's gonna be some similar stuff. You can go, I'm sure, in people with far fewer battles and he's beloved.
Exactly.
One of the biggest factors is beloved.
Trouble warned me. He warned me. He said, "Listen, man, people love Tony. You're gonna find it hard to."
It's hard to set an angle on Tony
against someone.
But you know what it is? You know what it is? It was just the vim that he said it. All those battles, I ain't never double. I was just like, that's a very bold statement to stand on. So let me check.
You know it is, Moke, I feel that at the time I couldn't. You were so late. I couldn't say this to you because I didn't want it to affect your prep as well. But I just felt like, you know, it's also a part of Tony's brand that I can't remember shit I say. Tony always says this. So I feel like you can do a whole round on that, and Tony can say, I didn't remember shit. And people hear that so often that it dismisses the
whole narrative.
So I feel like it's as much as it's a good angle that you picked, at the same time it's easy for him to not
like brush it off.
Yeah. And the crowd loves the coolness out of it. I'm so old and been doing this for 20 plus years. I don't fucking know what I say no more. The crowd loves when it's
But you know what though? I'm not gonna lie though. For me, it was so weird, Moke not getting that reaction. Like for me personally, like and even if it's like forget the material, just for where I'm at, we're at Prem, it's Moke. This room's not shaking. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it was weird to see, even though I get it because it's Tony, and like obviously I feel like that. Like when I feel like when some people battle against me, when Whispers, like when I battle Whispers and he go and all that, it don't hit the same. But it's like when folks stood in front of Tony, it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like imagine you're fucking 6 foot living in a normal world, and then you go and everyone's a giant, and you're like, what the fuck, this guy's bro? Like, you know, it's weird to see. I can't lie. I could see that it got to you. Like, that's what I could see. I see like when shit's not hitting, you're there like, and it was keep going through. Do you get me?
But I feel like it was all like pretty much landed. Like people were reacting.
Nah, it was landing, but it's like. Rivers, you know what I'm saying, innit? Chubbs, you know what I'm saying?
What you're saying. It wasn't.
It
wasn't the room like that.
And that was the expectation. Where when sometimes even just them little moments of like when the room hits, you get that second to breathe, and then
do you know?
Then when it don't hit, it's like you could. It feels like you might even rush a bit, or anything can happen. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You see, from my point of view, I feel like what Tony did is on the jump, he turned it into a personality contest. You see, once it comes about personality, it kind of doesn't really matter as much what Moke's saying now, because it more matters about Moke's character. Because Tony's just giving you an abundancy of
this guy. Listen, man. Expand the vocab bank. Hello.
So I think Moke's thing was hitting, but it needed more. I don't know, more kind of something extra with it because of all the extra shit Tony was doing to kind of match.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, sorry.
Go on, man.
No, do you know what it is? It's like I knew what I was going to be coming with in the first and the third, but like the second was the one that I was really kind of struggling with. Like I was like, I need another like angle or something, because I know angling is what I do best. So it's like, if I'm going to do my best in this battle, it has to be playing to my strengths. So when I caught all these examples of what do you call it, where he like basically copied certain lines or whatever, I was like, not running out of time. Like I still had good enough time, but if I had noticed that a lot earlier, then I think I would have been able to add a lot more to the round, if that makes sense, rather than getting straight to the point. Like I could have added a bit more
comfortable with it.
Be more
comfortable with it and timing and delivering stuff.
But it is what it is. Like,
I do feel like definitely when you are battling someone who's a fan favorite, who is so charismatic, who is such a showman, you do need to up your presentation in that way. But there are very few people, I think, who can
match him in that.
And this is one of the things about when you're battling one of these guys. This is one of the things that you have, an intangible that you have to overcome. And it's also, even if you don't, however the battle goes, you take from that, you learn from that. It's one of those that you won't get that kind of experience standing in front of your class, or even the guy. You can only really get that from guys.
I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing Tech did well though in his battle with Villain, like that third round, and he backed off his top, and it was just like doing the ha he getting everyone involved in that and everything. So I was like, yo, all right, Tech's very comfortable on the stage now. I like it. Big up Tech, man.
I feel like from now on I want to go first or second. Bro. I don't want to be made
fresh.
Yeah, not even that. I feel like it's just me, bro. Because me, I'm always it's obviously usually even with the last minute prep, but this was different because it was like when I'm doing it 3 days, whatever I'm doing, the first and the second are always going to be the freshest ones. The third's going to be the fakest. So I'm trying to get through it. And as I'm trying to get through it, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting reaction. I know it sounds dumb, but I'm reacting. So I'm just trying to get any little thing I can just to make sure I can breathe through it. And you get me, bro? But I was so proud of myself for not having no stumbles or nothing. I was up at like 4 or 5 in the morning running that shit before.
Clean, very clean, very tidy.
You did a great job, and it can't have been easy with that.
And this is where your experience is kicking in now. You've got experiences that you've had from the other years of your career now that you can lean on. You know times, you know what you can do into certain.
Yeah. I know my in real life. Yeah, I know my time. Like I think my normal time, if I got normal life running, is like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. If I'm like proper short, anything other than that, I have to turn off. I have to turn down the social media.
Yeah, literally.
It's just a fun house.
Yes, well, I feel like, especially with you, like, so raising your level is a blessing and a curse, because now there's a whole new level of expectation. So
I ain't gonna lie to you. Can I be honest with you? I'm sitting on a bag of shit. Just like that. I can't even I'm gonna be honest, like I tell Chubbs all the time, I've got a whole notepad of shit that while I was away, I'm thinking this is dope. Like Villain got, even much as my last minute prep, Villain got a bag of shit from my throwaways that I just applied it to him as much as I could. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? A bag of that. No, not even trying to be close to
I'm fully loaded. Get me? I'm loaded.
That's maximizing kind of your downtime as well, staying sharp and writing shit that you can use to,
But still, that's what it is. That kind of scares me though, because it's like if you look at it like this here, you get people like Moke, people like T, all these other battlers that are dope. They haven't had no bricks. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, what would these lot be like if they just had a break and just had them? You know what I'm trying to say? It's just like, I'm trying to say.
I feel like with you as well, you particularly needed a break because of
100%.
how many times you battled.
You did 10 battles last year.
Yeah,
boy.
That's 12 months in a year.
And you were booked for 11 as well, weren't you? There was one.
I did the one on Twitter. I did the one on Twitter, and I was supposed to have the Baylor one, but it got cancelled.
Yeah, so you're supposed to do 13. I remember because when I was prepping for you, I was gonna say 13, and I had to change the number.
How's something to learn with?
Yeah, I think he definitely benefited from that time out, and Rivers used the word a couple of times, well-rounded. I think that's definitely something that you're showing. You can't be boxed in, that you do have, you will, as you go, develop more and more weapons in your arsenal and polish them, basically refine them, look after them until you're just you can't label you as just one thing, just a puncher or just a moment battler. So it is, like I say, blessing and a curse, because we're just
no, it's a blessing, only a blessing, man.
No, it is. That's it, and it's not a curse to as long as you're prepared to constantly put in that sort of level of elevation. And
think about it, yeah. Tech, you got BMF,
my charger,
Whispers, Black T, and Villain. And when I look at it, BMF, I think you battled Chubbs first, innit? And then you battled BMF. So you battled Chubbs, you got BMF, you got into pockets, and you outdid BMF with that. Then who did you battle after that?
Whispers.
So then when you battled Whispers, you was heavy.
It was documentary. It was the documentary thing.
Yeah, you did all the way. It was all the angles in the documentary. You understand? Then T was more well-rounded, but then Villain was like everything
all in one.
It was the whole everything just packaged up, where certain things needed to be 30%, certain things 10%, certain things 12%. You just got the meters right. You know what I'm saying? When you use everything, you know what I'm saying? All from Chubbs. I took the L to Chubbs.
I tell him all the time, bro. I tell him all the time. It's the shoulder roll fucked me up.
Yeah, that shoulder roll, boy. Classic.
That shoulder roll. That little easy but shoulder roll. That little. Yeah,
woke up in the middle of the night, a cold sweat.
Nigga, Michael Jackson lean me.
And do you like, sorry to just keep the clowning, but I have to. Do you like also in the dream, like have moments where you actually he doesn't move?
Yeah,
you hit him,
man,
and the crowd goes,
man, you know the thing with the red towel and that. Man, Ole thing, I said, yo.
You know what that does, yeah? I've got people at events coming to me when I'm not even looking and barging me. Oh, you didn't dodge that one. Oh, this is the thing now. So this is the thing now, right? I wasn't even looking, bro. Like, all right, cool. I see what's going on. Everyone's trying to get me now. All right, cool.
Hilarious.
Yeah. One day someone's gonna hit you with that one, bro. Tech Mr. Sharp, but I didn't.
The moment they say tech, now, he's already gonna be. Yeah, his antennas will be.
Someone's gonna be sitting there like, yeah, take Mr. Barge. I need to make sure I get it.
I just want to point out, yeah, that I still see people watching and they haven't clicked the like button. And you see you're a hater. I just want to say that you're a hater. Unless you click in the next 10 seconds, then you're not a hater. But if you haven't, then you're a hater.
That's what's up. Hit that like.
Click like real quick.
Yeah, for real. Have you two have you got publicly announced battles lined up?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, so we can't talk about what's next, but officially, what are your hit lists looking like?
I need Moke.
Slow your roll, fella. Slow your roll, fella.
I need Moke. No, I rattled Moke, you know. Does everyone know? When drops, I want everyone. I hope someone comments. You rattled me, bro. I rattled Moke, bro. Hear me? I know, because you know what it is. He's so like, hey, you can't get that out of me. So I said, yeah. You see, when he's not battling at events, he drinks. Catch that nigga off guard, bro. Catch that nigga cool runnings. I got him slipping. I got him reacting. I got him there. I got him. You know.
Nah, no doubt. Me and Tech need to see each other one day for sure.
No, 100%. It's there. It's written in the stars.
This year. More likely next year. Because I can't lie. I want to take a break personally, but. Yeah.
No, I hear you. You deserve it, bro. You definitely deserve it, bro. You've put in crazy work and you've had mad names as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think I got a lot to work on as well. So, you know,
man. But it's definitely there. It's written on the hieroglyphics still. About with me, like.
Yeah, but Tech is up there. Tech is up there as my list, as my hit list.
100%.
And then, I don't know who else, to be honest.
You say you don't want to take Crash no more, no?
Next question.
I'm just trying to get a brother a plate, man.
I don't even know why you done that, Rivers. I don't even know why you said
that. That would just be for practice if I was to do that much.
That's what sparring's for.
Yeah,
it's true.
No, I'm saying that's literally what sparring's for.
Yeah.
Right.
No, man. I think other than Kingsley and Frost, I was happy with all the other battlers, and even then, I felt like Frost was really good when he was good. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when he wasn't, when he was clean, he had everyone in freaking stitches, man. It's not even funny. It's not even funny no more. Like it's actually he needs stand up, bro.
I looked around and everyone was going crazy.
He needs a stand-up show, bro. He needs something. He needs like a podcast or a platform, something to
a podcast.
I don't know where he needs to write a book of jokes, like something. He needs to do something, bro.
He's got a real wide-ranging appeal of humor, like a real down-to-earth, everyday kind of humor. Yeah, like.
Yeah. Do you know what killed me the most?
Where did you get the? How did he like? You can't paint Frost as a Tory boy.
I just would love to hear him prepping. Like, I'd love to be in the one room and hearing him prep that material.
You just be cracking up, right? Because he had literally, like you say, you look around and everyone is in stitches. Everyone with their separate brands of humor, different things that they find funny.
Oh, I swear that.
Us all, like.
Man said Liverpool looks like one council.
Well, did he call it like a broken home or something?
Yeah, one broken home. That's it. What the fuck?
Frost is too much. I don't know where he finds these, how he gets these fucking ideas from, man.
You see, we saying bars over jokes, yeah. You see, Frost, yeah, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. I'm with it.
You're allowed to do what you want.
Oh man, I'm with it, man.
And
Frost's first round versus Villain. I repeated in my the intro.
I say it all the time on my daily basis.
So long. So call me a fed. I come to nick him. Dumb decision. So they chuck me a villain. Come to nick him. Dumb decision. That rhyme scheme stayed in my mind for so long, bro.
I'll be doing my day-to-day basis. I'll be like, guys don't want some of this. I read it for months. I want to have some of this. You some of that. I swear down, bro. On a normal day, like it's hilarious, bro. Yeah. It's hilarious, man. It's actually mad still, but
you left the print on the game, bro.
Definitely. And you left a Fed print on Frost, which is hilarious.
That's the thing about battle rap.
Yeah. I was saying that the Fed thing and the prep and the prep, because even the top tiers are saying
right?
No, but I'm not gonna lie, that zippity zip. If Villain could have got his shit together, and did something with that would have been fire, fam. Like that has value. Like if he left that as a punchline at the end of it, like quick flip with the dip with the dip, because you get zip like, bro.
Man, and you know what's crazy? Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, obviously, it's like there's so many people that have tech clips, this, that, but this event, where I haven't been, like, I don't know, man. It was just so weird. Someone had a tech flip or something, and everyone just when I think Gem had the preppity prep, and as soon as he said it, it was just like freaking Walking Dead, where you come out and all the zombies just notice you, bro. It was just like everyone just looked back, like, I was like, bro, yeah, man. Yeah, it was so crazy. Everyone just looked back at me like they knew where I was.
The ha and the hee, you know.
Now, if you think about it, like in battle rap, there's the guys that whoever done let's play Swear to God, and that became a thing now.
Yeah.
Like whoever done that first, it's like, yeah, my mark's there. Like you see the prep. A bunch of people are using it. Most of you get me, is a thing for you, like it's a win for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Every time I hear Frost get called a Fed, I'm there like, yeah, I did that. I did that, bro. I did that.
I made you.
I
turned him into a Fed pack.
I turned you into boy them, bro.
Even the way you delivered that line as well, I remember.
What did you say, Mark?
I said even the way you delivered that line against him, I think you just randomly cut away from the previous line. Like, you look like a Fed.
My favorite tech line is, you look like you aging dog years.
Rob died that stage. On stage, I remember Mo died. Rob was died for like 30 seconds.
Bro,
yeah, fucking hell, man. Dares me with a slogan. I got bare jokes.
Yeah.
As long as they're not them racist ones, they're good, isn't it? Not the don't flop ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Other than that, yeah. How did you feel though, Gem? Rivers going with Gem though, man. Like on the reels, like that thing there looked like.
Go over the card. Like, I was gonna say go on to Crow Mackenzie and that.
I forgot that. My bad.
I was hoping.
Crow was amazing, bro.
Yeah, Crow killed it.
I feel like Crow's in the chat just waiting for us to talk about his battle. Like, yo,
we pull up.
Yeah, if you pull up and join us, Crow, because I don't think even if you had Crow beating Mackenzie on prediction, I don't think you were expecting Crow to be what he was. And Mackenzie was crazy. He was fire. He didn't skip a beat, but Crow just he was in his bag. He was in his element. What did you say? No one was beating Crow yesterday. Yeah, he was so on form.
Who went first?
Mackenzie, I think.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like Mackenzie went first, and he was dope. So for him to, no, definitely, man.
Yeah, Crow was on one today. Still, it was definitely on one.
I think in terms of as well, like leveling up with showmanship, like with stage comfortability, and I feel like maybe that comes from as well having everything, you know, everything working for you type thing. It gives you a different, you know, level of confidence that maybe you've never felt before. But yeah, everything was impeccable. I feel like you know, he as well wanted to prove a point. He wanted, that was for the naysayers. Like, that wasn't just for Mackenzie, that was for everyone who's ever underestimated Crow, who doesn't feel like he
should be in the division.
Exactly. That was for his critics. Like, that was a big straight you and the bitch that you wrote in on, like, to your that was that. And those performances, you know, you need them, especially if you are someone who's being slept on. A performance like that will ensure that, you know, people can't sleep on you. People can't, you know, the people that maybe were looking at you or looking at, you know, why are you asking for him? Why do you feel you don't deserve that battle? You don't deserve this look. You are not good enough to battle this one or that one. Just answers all them questions. Hey, Smoggy.
What did he do?
I'm off for work. I'll catch this on my way in tomorrow. Much love to you too, Smoggy. Have a good rest. Rivers 2-1.
Salute, bro.
Love. Cray is 1 round into Gem Rivers now. It's mad seeing Scoop in this battle on Moke, and the Moke one torn between his team and his boy. Yeah, that's what these team elements do. But yeah, what we were asking for the sound effects. We were talking about Crow. We were giving him his flowers, and he has joined us. Crow on intro. I need that sound.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
What's up? How you doing? Yeah, I feel like we need
you got to give us the car, bro, when you coming in.
Yeah. I'm feeling great. I had an amazing weekend. Battle was so fire. Mackenzie was super fire, so it really felt like a fucking dogfight. I loved it. That's my favorite battle I've done by miles.
Yeah, it was amazing to watch. I don't know why, but that magpie, half of the magpie thing.
Oh, that bar was fire. That's the best name flip anyone's done for me.
I don't know why that just jumped into my head, but it was like, oh shit, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was
metal in his mouth.
Yeah.
All the way through the battle, he was saying fire shit, and I was just like, yo, I like that. That's fire. You know, and same like when I spat some shit he loved, he was like, he couldn't contain himself. So that's what made it so like electric in there, I think.
Yeah, because it was an intense back and forth, a real intense back and forth. I was saying before you joined, it seemed like you were trying to, you know, prove a point, answer, you know, give an FU to your critic. Yeah, so that was an intention. That was a goal.
100%. I just couldn't. After kind of letting myself down the battle before, I was like, never again. And you know, I put in, you know, a fucking shit ton of effort to get my stuff like to a high standard and really, really well memorized. And I took that part of the prep, the memory part of the prep, much more seriously this time, and it paid off. And it, you know, I just went in there. Like I said on Twitter, that's the first time I've gone into a battle, and I'm like 10 minutes before I was completely calm, just like I'm about to fuck this place up. And it was great. It was great, man.
Zen Crow.
Yeah. I hadn't achieved that before, and honestly, it was very good feeling. So it gave me the chance to like really enjoy the battle, like the moment. You know, because often you can be in a battle, and if you haven't got your shit super memorized, you can just like be stressed out all the way through the battle. Even if you're nailing it, you're stressed, you know. And this time I just felt like so comfortable.
Why do you think that was? Hey, happy Sunday, Shannon, who says the best crow I've ever seen. Yeah.
Facts.
I heard, that was the takeaway from yesterday. But why do you feel like that you were in that place of zen?
Like, I definitely like really, as I said, like really memorize my shit, like in so many ways, just to give myself the best shot of just having a clean performance. And when I knew I could do that, it made me just feel like, okay, I can just settle into the performance now and really give it everything and work with the crowd and shit. And also, you know, I feel like as I've been going, I've always been doing like technical writing, but I'm just learning how to sort of like put it together better and how to exploit the words better and shit. And just like
you had a teacher bar. What did you say? A teacher up all night? What?
Like a teacher working that late night. I've been upgrading.
The way you see the way you delivered that, I crossed the stage. I come round. I said, someone on this side needs to push him. I'm not sure if anyone.
Thank you, man. No, thank you. I think that's I've kind of learned how to present my shit better, I guess, you know, and yeah, it really paid off. And I was feeding off the crowd too. Like they were so receptive. I think that at that point, you know, people in the room really wanted a clean battle. You know what I mean? They wanted something that they could just really get invested into. And both of us like spat 3 clean rounds. It was really fucking fire. So I think everyone was just keyed up to enjoy something, you know, and yeah.
Because you were the third battle, right? And the first 2 were, one was very one-sided, one was quite a little sloppy. And then, we were desperate for a back and forth. We wanted to see a real dogfight.
Yeah.
And it came at the right time as well. Came at the right time, like bang in the middle of the event, like.
Yeah, and like literally, like as soon as we finished the battle, I had people coming up like thanking me and like going, you know, you guys like lit the room up. Like now we're really enjoying ourselves, and because you know there was no like dry spots or whatever. And I'm just honestly I'm super like thankful as well to Mackenzie for writing some amazing material and like some of my favorite shit anyone's rapped to me. And like putting on, because you know that was a 2-man deal that was just fire back and forth.
Yeah, it had to be, right? It has to be both for us to get that, you know, that performance. For you to look as good as you did, you have to be in a fight. You have to be fighting 100%. Back. It has to be at any point. If you don't keep going, if you don't have more of what you're gonna lose. You're gonna die, right? Because he's not letting up. So it's and then perfect kind of setup for then Moke and Tony, and then Rivers and Gem. Like it shifted. I think Tech and Villain set the tone, or Tech set the tone. I can say Tech kind of set the tone and left us wanting that.
I think Frost and Kingsley kind of dropped it a little bit because it stopped starting. So when you lot came along, it just literally sparked it back up again.
And that is to say, Tech, bro, you were fucking super fire as well. Really good.
I love, bro. Appreciate it.
That's what I was saying. Is like what was amazing was to see how professionally you still went all the fucking way in, even though you could have gone light and still cruised the battle. You know what I mean? But you just weren't letting go. You were just like. It was really it was impressive performance, man.
Yeah, again, if you don't have the Patreon, go
grab that.
Don't wait for YouTube drops. Don't wait.
Definitely grab the Patreon, man. Like if you guys got Netflix and you're a battle rap fan, like support the thing. Like it's and that's what's like we keep giving you great events. Give us some support back.
Yeah, that's it. It's a few pounds
we
a month.
We proved ourselves on our end.
You know that's it. Right?
Proved ourselves on our end.
We kept us out of the deal.
You see what I'm saying?
But listen, guys, quickly before you continue, I'm gonna sign out. I got work in the morning, man, so I'm gonna go on now. Thank you for having me for that.
And giving you all the flowers, man. We're so proud of you.
That's a good week, and that everyone stay safe and that, man, every time.
Too, bro.
Same to you, Ted. Love for joining us. See you next time.
I'm looking to cut as well. I need to rest. This tonsillitis ain't no.
You do that, Mike, man.
It's
Yeah, look
Manuka, honey,
after
bro. Get that Manuka, bro.
Yeah, the Manuka.
Yes, yes. So
Need
you've
that.
been schooling him. Yeah, definitely,
Yes.
definitely. Real like good honey definitely works. So yeah, rest up, Moke. And again, a great performance from you. I can't wait
Thank
to
you
watch
so
it back
much.
and salute for going up against the legend Tony and doing what you did. Proud of you.
Thank you guys, man. Appreciate the feedback.
Big up, man.
Take care.
Yeah, get well soon. You lot probably spoke about this already. I just joined, but Tech deserves so much more of a fight, but he smashed it regardless. Yeah, we definitely did kind of touch on that. And it was the sentiment, I think, in the room you really wanted for the performance Tech had to have,
been tested a little more.
That's it. But I feel like it's amazing when you can make that sort of an impression and you don't have a fight. When you have to snatch back, when you have to reinvigorate the crowd every time, when you have to, that's it. It's
no one to work with.
Man.
That's it.
And it's literally I'm not putting myself first in here because I already won the battle.
Yeah.
I'm doing this now for the people that paid to be here, and that has to be appreciated. So
yeah, definitely. Crow, did you? So Mackenzie, having battled Yunnan the week before, he's traveling. We talked about, the grueling task of traveling down from Manchester to Scotland to Manchester 1 week, then back up to Scotland, then back down to London, whilst writing, prepping and stuff in between. Did you expect him to maybe not be as good as he was?
No, to be honest, because he really, really fucking works hard and he does put a lot of graft in. So I was absolutely expecting him to come crazy good for me. I don't think he would have allowed himself to not do that. So I was definitely prepping for a real fucking fight on my hands. And, also the other thing is he already had prepped for the Yunnan battle for it to have happened a month prior. So I think, he would have pretty much had most of probably all of his rounds done for him, maybe tweaking bits afterwards because he could. But he had a long time to write for me still there, potentially. Maybe he didn't use that time, but he potentially had that time. So in my mind, I was thinking, well, he's definitely going to have been writing for almost as long as I have. So I'm not gonna think, oh, he might go light. Fuck that.
Yeah. I guess as well, like you say, there was the writing time. It's have you locked in? Have you been disciplined enough after you've just had a war with Yunnan to
dedicate? And he was firing that battle too. So he deserves his props there for sure.
Absolutely.
He's really
good. I think it was definitely a stock raising, ceiling raising, standout, breakout, perform, all those words. You definitely showed a massive elevation and showed, really answered the critics like you said you intended to. So what is that part of a bigger game plan? Is that, kind of this is step one and now,
yeah, for sure. My intention, this year was every battle to level up. And obviously, I sort of had a slip up at the start of the year, but I was able to learn a lot from that, and that definitely sort of made me, come back this time with a bit of my teeth, I have to fucking smoke this. I'm not letting myself down again, and there's. It's building to things later in the year that are happening, and I just know that in myself I have to prove that I deserve those kind of shots and stuff. So it is definitely part of a wider plan. Yeah.
Okay, well, congrats on smashing, absolutely hitting the first goal out of the park. That was mixing metaphors there.
Can I ask a question? Do you feel like it's a lot of pressure for you going forward, or do you think
pressure?
This is what you want?
I definitely think that every time you go into a battle, like any smart battler will prepare for the best version of the person that they're up against, and I think I've managed to exceed people's expectations of me quite a few times. So everyone's prepped for a lower version of me. And I think this next battle might be the first time someone has more of an idea of what I'm capable of. So I think going forward, I mean, if people want to beat me, they're gonna have to come fucking strapped.
That's a fact, because you've shown you're a dangerous contender, and you've shown as well, I think, a performance level that people didn't necessarily expect or think to see from you. Shout out Hylas. Don't work too hard. And he says, yes, congrats on the win, quote, judged win at that. Oh damn, what was I just saying?
You were talking about performance.
Yes, that was it. Was that also something you were kind of conscious of, like leveling up in that as well?
Big
not
time,
just the writing.
I think like I've started kind of rehearsing it slightly differently, and like trying to rehearse like, with someone immediately in front of me, so I can, already have sort of access to like spatial things and stuff like that when I'm practicing. So that's definitely given me a lot more kind of like ideas of what I should be doing and when and stuff, you know what I mean? And that's been like super valuable. I think it really paid off, thinking of it in that way. And it was a part that I hadn't considered quite as much before, because I was more like just trying to keep my shit memorized and like, as long as my bars are fire, so that'll get across. But really now, knowing your material's super important, and then you can really get into the fucking the nuts and bolts of the performance, so that's where I feel like I'm at when I want to keep going up with that, really.
I'm hearing that more and more often. Dub says, Crow, my guy, autopsy turvy.
Mental.
Like, man, that was one of those.
Man said, I'm gonna cut your stomach out and put your guts back inside, upside down, or topsy turvy.
That's crazy.
When I wrote that one, I was like, oh man, this should be a room shaker. I have to fucking deliver it perfect though. You know what I mean? Because I was like, if I fuck this up, I'm gonna be so pissed off with myself, because I knew it would like fucking blow up if I did it right. And I was fucking stoked.
Was it one that when you wrote it, when it came to like little goosebump, like was it a goosebump moment?
The crazy thing is that like set of words, just autopsy turvy, I've had written in my pad for like 10 years, because it was just like, I have just lists and lists of things where I've come up with an idea and thought like, I have no idea why I've thought of that, but maybe it'll be a song title in the future or something, right? So I have like fucking thousands and thousands of weird word like
random pairings of words.
And I was just fucking flipping through it, and I saw that, and I was like, holy shit, I can make a battle bar with that. And it just exploded in my head, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna fucking tear the roof off. So,
and it's one of those as well that, why have I not heard this before? It's so simple.
Some ideas you have to leave them to cure, and as that cure, there becomes a time where you can use it now, and it's just gonna explode,
And I think the right person, because it's the sort of thing. It's an incredible, like it's a world class, like the setup, the punch, just the concept is one of the. It's brilliant.
There's no other time in life you get to use topsy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only time in life you get to use topsy, apart from topsy turvy. Yeah, that's what we have to remember. That's crazy.
I was so stoked with that. Like it popped, and like as soon as that moment happened, I think the whole energy of the room shifted, and like I just thought like when that happened, I was like, yo, I'm gonna crush this battle now. And it gave me so much confidence. So it was fire.
And I was saying that as well. I'm guessing that the level of confidence you displayed is kind of a symbiotic thing. You come in with a level of confidence, you deliver, you command, and they give back.
Absolutely.
But like you said, the delivery on that, when you have to make it land the way it's supposed to, your timing, your cadence, your projection, all of these things tied in, you did these things so well just throughout, not just, on those moments, but that it helps to, is these things that, like you say, I guess when you're extra prepped,
100%.
you can really focus on. And it was something that Moke was saying, because he wasn't able to really make the most of that timing and really make the most of his material, because it's I want to, and Tech, I think, said the same thing as well, where the short prep. So yeah, definitely it shows, when you can.
I think also it's just like with the scene as it is right now, like everyone's leveling up so fucking fast, and it just really, really lights a fire under you to just get better quicker, So everyone's watching what everyone's doing, trying to learn from it, trying to take, little ideas and, inspirations of their own, or like working out their own niche. And it's just like, if you don't level up, you're going to get fucked up. So
yeah. You can't play around no more, man.
That's it. Get left behind. Get left behind. Let's talk about. So I think we talked about almost everything, pretty much, except Rivers and Gem.
We talk about Tony D and Moke.
I guess we did a little bit. We can talk about that in a bit more detail.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah. Now Moke's not here with him. I'm joking. Just bro. One thing I say though, yeah, is I feel like anytime there's an ABK battle, there's gonna be a bar where it's like, Rivers, your recruitment. Like, there's always a recruitment moment. Like, what is going on?
Now, do you know what I'll say about that battle? Yeah. See, Tony's like, Tony is such amazing at working an angle. Yeah. His third round was absolutely crazy to me. Like the way he presented that angle, like obviously he already presented that what is a Moke, and then he went back to the tapes. Went back to the tapes. Wait, you said this to Roots. You allowed Roots to say this to you, and then he flipped it into you said this to Rivers, but then you do this on your bars. You were just scared to join. Like the way he presented the whole package was
it was really clever. But he's just his battle IQ is so crazy, man. He just knows what to do, man. He's wild.
Yeah.
But also in that battle, I think some of Tony's best like stacked punches moments where he was just swinging and every bar was smacking, and like there was moments that when he got into those pockets where it was just like, fuck, like every bar you were just like, oh my god, what?
Showing class.
He was crazy, man. He was crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like as well, it's now I was saying to Mike, you standing in front of something like that gives you something. You gain something just automatically from withstanding that and learning how to kind of try to cope with that. But it is just kind of, there are certain battlers where, like I think you said, Chubbs, you can show them to people as this is an example. And I feel Tony he really exemplifies that especially when like he's talked, and you touched on it as well, Crow, same thing. He's talked about how being more prepared enables him to change a syllable here, to, remove a word, and to really tighten up, to condense, to make his work as tight, make his material as tight as it can be, and so that it does kind of have that effect, and it's watching a master craftsman at work. And I think Moke did amazing
he was fire still.
To make it a great back and forth. I think it's a judged win. Tony got the win. I think it was a pretty clear win, but I do think for Moke, like it's hard to get love not to get love, but you have to work hard, real hard, when you're up against a legend like Tone and someone who's such a fan favorite. A fan favorite. People don't want to necessarily. You have to really make them love you in that moment so much to kind of get, to get that crowd on board with you. And I think Moke did really well, even with, being an angler. It's not easy to angle against a fan favorite. Again, like people you don't want to hear Tony broken down like that. You don't want to hear, you know.
He's done too much cool shit anyway, so it's like you can't break down everything.
But I feel the way he wrote and executed the round, I feel like he managed to pull off what I didn't think he would be able to. So
yeah, they ripped Moke off. Like Moke wouldn't even be able to survive. Like
because that's it.
I think Tony's first round for me was a lot of sauce and aura, the way how it was delivered and all of that. So I think like that is a round where, you know, that will probably look more closer in terms of material wise.
Yeah,
we probably think
Moke's first was strong.
Say again?
I thought Moke's first was pretty strong. So
yeah,
you're right.
So I feel like on watchback, I feel like the storyline was that Moke ain't got a chance. The outcome was Moke held his own. Tony won, but Moke held his own.
Yeah,
and to me, that's different than what the projection was.
Yeah,
the projection was that Moke gets blown out of the water. Nothing. There's nothing he can do. Well, he showed that there was something he could do.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think it's a bad look for Moke at all. Like he stood toe to toe with like arguably like the best in the UK, and you know,
his resume is looking great
and looked good. Had great bars. You know, like it was. You know, he in the future people will be looking through his resume and being like, oh shit, he battled Tony D and he did pretty good or whatever. And that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Like you mentioned that his resume is crazy for real. You got Rivers on there and Quill as well. You mentioned Tony, you mentioned Ark. Like, he's really stacking them up for real.
Couple internationals, free up, you know what I'm saying?
Moke's got a crazy resume, man.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Moke. How many battles is Tony doing this season? I think we've had our battle from Tony this season.
It's been filled.
That's it. I don't know that there will be another one. Who knows? I'd love to see it. He was talking crazy yesterday. I can't even repeat on air what he was saying. I'm not putting that into the ether. Sorry, Tone. But yeah, I think that's the only one we're getting this season. I'm not going to speak for him, but I'd like to see more. I don't know that we're going to get it. I'm trying to raise the expectations.
He's talking about that's it for forever. So
I didn't want to put that into the ether.
She was trying to protect the ether.
Yeah, but come on.
To be fair, I already
thinking
told
about
him,
the ether, bro.
I already told him I'm not going to let that happen like that. So he knows.
And I say I feel like we as a community, we're not ready to let go. We're just really not ready to let go. I said he really needs to let us weed him out on a 6-month retirement tour at least.
Yeah, like maybe he can stop when he's 50.
And even then,
yeah, then like you know.
No, either way, I feel like Uncle Tone is always going to be around, and I feel like there's always the possibility that, you know what, these little motherfuckers are making way too much noise for my liking. Let me come back and pick one of them off, show them why. You know, I'm in my 50s. Giving out back-to-back 30s to nippers in their teens.
There's youngsters already now that he could probably come back for.
Yeah,
that ain't ready for it now.
And 5 years time.
I know it's like maybe less relevant right now and stuff, but I was so annoyed that Tony versus C Major never happened, because that was a classic battle waiting to happen, and it got booked for that Code Red event that never happened.
So, that would have been fire still. It would have been fire.
Let's be real. People wrote Moke off, and some of his biggest critics were pissed it didn't happen. I was peeping how certain man was trying hard not to react.
I did get a feeling of that for like a little laboured kind of effect, but again, I put it also down to that aura factor where someone's coming, like the jacket Tony was wearing describes how his aura was for me in the first round.
Oh man, his jacket was fire, bro.
So I feel like his shit was like on some, was lit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Moke was more, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Tony was, so I don't know. I think that.
I feel like Scoop is definitely right, and you touched on this. People weren't trying to give him shit going into the battle, and there was questions about why. what, you know, this makes no sense type thing. Yeah, I do feel like I was saying, you definitely have to, anyone has to, you know, you kind of have to match that. And it's not just the Tony thing, it's those who inhibit those upper echelons of the thing, the you know, the godlike guys.
Man, that's I understand. Since Georgie Roots, there's not much guys that don't end up looking like how all his opponents have looked after he's battled them. Realistically, do you know what I'm saying? One way or another.
I feel like Biz was different, but Biz is the champion. He was on an incredible, like the amount of love and support he had because of that journey, because of what he's done, because the way he proved himself time and time and time and time.
He had a very fair shot with the crowd because of his reputation.
100%, but you know, like even with all of that, Tony still strutted out there with a ponytail, feeling like the guy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And this is just another battle where he's done that for me. This is what I've been seeing. I've been seeing this since he's come back since Georgie against Georgie.
I would definitely say as well, if you worked hard to not give Moke love before the battle, you're gonna do some work to not give him love while he's cooking. Because, you know, you don't want to, there are a lot of people who don't want to, you know, they feel it's a personal thing or something. It must be a personal thing, because I can say he's got no hope. He's gonna get smoked. Like, no, like, I don't even get why this battle makes sense. And then afterwards, you show me why it makes sense. And afterwards, I'm gonna come and say, I was a hater. I was a doubter. I didn't think this battle made no sense. But my goodness, and in the thing, you know, you're gonna be, bless you. You're gonna be,
Krill.
Oh, a cool.
I think he needs some NyQuil for that cold he's got over there.
Yeah, Krill was talking a lot, man. Talking before the battle, talking, this is a stinker. This is a stinker.
No way.
Yeah, man. Came on my interview talking crazy.
I didn't even know that. Well, shame on you, Quilliam. I hope you were showing love in the building, and will also do afterwards. But yeah,
you showed
all respect to Moke and Tony. Hopefully we see Tony again this year and thereafter. Like but Quill's 3-0.
You know, he's saying, was it 3-0 against Tony?
I would say Tone got every round. I would say there's maybe an argument for the first, but yeah, I would say, but I don't think Moke needed, no one, even if you weren't questioning why the battle should happen or his competency beforehand, I don't think anyone predicted a Moke win.
I don't think it was a stinker battle like he was saying. That's what I'm saying. I think I also feel like Tony did edge every round, but I don't feel like Moke done bad or anything. I feel like it was a good battle, man. It was a good battle. I don't think Moke is supposed to beat Tony D in this day and age anyway, personally. So
yeah, and like I say, nor do I think he needs to. I feel like this is one of those battles where, yeah, he is battling a super top tier, a god tier battler, and you know, he's just out of a new class himself type thing. So
this is like an era versus era type battle for him, kind of.
Yeah, definitely. He didn't need to win to raise his stock. And yeah, I feel like he did great. Seeing he's under the weather as well couldn't have helped. But yeah, I think it was a great battle. But yes, moving on to the main event, the war, the fight, the absolute, you know, cannot take your eyes off it for a moment. Main event between Rivers and Gem. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the crowd need to go wild every time you say that.
Yeah, that was a crazy one, man.
That battle was super fucking fire.
It was, you know, certain times the main events don't necessarily deliver in the way that you want them to. You stand around all day, you enjoy yourself, but yeah, you know, you're tired by the time the main event comes around. Your legs are hurting, your back's hurting if you're me, or you know, if you're over 28. And
shit.
This is what you want. This is a main event. You want two guys at the top of their game, giving it everything, like leaving. Yeah, can you mute maybe? I feel like the mic is going to be picking that up crazy. What is? Yeah, it was intense, man. It was. I expected a fight. I expected both guys to, you know, not give an inch, but I don't know. Did you, how do you feel, Revs? Obviously.
Still a little bit of a blur. I'll say that from now, innit? So like I get reminded of things. I'll be like, oh yeah, shit for real. But yeah, it just felt like my shit was working, then his shit was working, then my shit was working, then his shit was working. After a while, it's like I can't even tell if they're actually cheering. Are they cheering? It's like I don't know. It just felt weird still because the best way I could describe it is this: if I lose a battle, I feel like I can see why they probably got my man winning. But this one was weird. I came out not thinking I could see why they got him winning, more thinking I don't know who won. I know I never lost, but I don't know who won.
Facts.
That's the weirdest feeling. I've never had that before in a battle. You know what I mean?
Bro, you rapped like a motherfucker in that battle. It was crazy.
I was trying to. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch it. I'm all scared to watch it in case it doesn't live up to my expectations and all these that.
I don't know. You could tell that you knew your shit like fucking to a T. Like you knew your shit back to front. It was obvious.
Yeah, man. Put the time. You know, we put a lot of time into you know getting shit right and getting it together and that. So I'm just happy when it pays off. You know what I mean? Like one thing is, you don't want to be like main event and the story becomes you got killed as the main event or you didn't really bring something that was main event worthy or something like that. So when you get to achieve that, it kind of feels good anyway to where it's worthwhile for me to have been main event. It makes sense. We can gamble on making him main event against someone if he can bring that kind of performance in it. So glad to
exactly.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
definitely. And I think like that's one thing that this year I think is doing and like the level of competition, but I feel like it's really starting to like people who are coming up and kind of, you know, improving. We're starting to get some people who might be shifting tickets in a few, you know, few more events time. You know what I mean? Where all these names are just a bit more highlighted and people expect, you know, when they're on it, people expect there to be good fucking battles, you know. And yeah.
And I feel like I was thinking about this yesterday as well. Other than, you know, a couple of exceptions, I feel like just the level of quality in general, particularly on that card yesterday. I don't know why that card yesterday made me just really think about, just the level overall. And I feel like Gemin1 Rivers was definitely like the exemplification of that because it was, you know, obviously judged battle, Gem took the win, but it's one that will be replayed and debated. It's got so much replay.
It's super debatable. Super debatable.
So much.
And super rewatchable because of that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like with Rivers as well, where he does have you know, he's got Gem is he's punchy, he's hard hitting, Rivers is intense in a different way. He's far more technical, I feel, in the, you know, in his setups and in his kind of construction, that I feel like there's a lot that you will take from his material that you didn't get first watch. Shout out to Gav in the comments. Every event is getting bigger performance wise because the bar has been set since the start of the year with Yunnan versus Bizzo. Everyone wants that battle of the year. Fact. And I feel like, you know, like at the different kind of levels of the game as well, people are showing out. It's not like just, you know, you've got a handful of guys who are the top names that, you know, are
all
fighting.
different tiers are getting it cracking.
This is it.
Basically.
This is it. I had a couple people tell me yesterday Mackenzie versus Crow was their battle of the night. Because of, you know, the high level that it was. And I feel like that was on display yesterday. But yeah, Rivers and Gem is one of those teachable. It's a teaching battle. It's you know, two different styles, two different types of writers.
Maxed out, going for it. Man just filled up the meter and said, fuck it. Yeah.
I need to go watch that one back still. Do you think, obviously, Rivers, you was booked for Battle Gem before. Do you think, I'm sure I know the answer to this, but do you think that is a bigger battle? Is better that the battle happen now, or do you think then you would have prepped different, or you'd have been a different outcome?
Do you know what I think? This is what I will say. I think back then we could have got a better grudge out of me and Gem because of how my attitude was back then, how his attitude was towards me back then. Would have been a
rude you, innit? You was a rude you, innit?
Very rude you. But I do think technically both of us are much better as rappers, performers, writers, battlers now than we was back then. So I think for the sake of battle rap, it's better that we did it now. Like 10 years down the line, everybody's all honed their skills, everyone's all sharpened up. It's probably better that we do battle now rather than back then and then have to rematch as we get better later down. You know what I mean? Yeah. Remember, like Bizzo and Gemin1 have already battled. And I feel Bizzo and Gemin1.
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
Didn't they battle years ago?
They battled years ago, bro.
Don't Flop or something.
Don't Flop tryout days for them.
Nah, that was Koj and Gem, not Bizzo and Gem.
No, Bizzo and Gem have battled before. I'm sure they have.
No, it's Bizzo. There's Bizzo and somebody. Bizzo had definitely like a big name battle back in the day.
Koj, Tally.
Bizzo battled Tally.
Yeah, Koj, Tally, not Gem.
My bad. But look at that though, Bizzo and Tally. Imagine if Tally's on a tear now and he had never battled Bizzo before. You know what I'm saying? But it's gone now. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of feel like everything at its right time, you know. If you know me, I say that a lot. And I do feel like the fact that it wasn't a grudge. I'm a big fan. I love me a grudge battle. Like it's probably my favorite type of battle because it brings a different intensity. It brings a different level of interest, of conversation, a motivation. But I feel like this didn't need to be that. Like I feel like this was you two at war, yeah, but not at war necessarily with each other like that, you know. It wasn't an issue between you that made it tense. It was just the sheer talent and skill on display. Like it was you can't slow down, like you can't let up. You got to power through everything. And I feel like that type of battle, rather than the grudge where, you know, it would have been great. And like you say, you've both skilled up. That's always the potential, right?
It was just a display of like top level rapping as well, not just battling, but the rapping in it was just so like technically incredible. Yeah, it was just like
it was a proper London battle for me.
Yeah. But like for actual hip hop fans and actual rap fans, like that battle was fire to watch.
I agree.
Yeah, for me, proper London battle. When I say that, I mean like from the lingo, from the slang that's being used, everything is a proper London battle still. Like you can tell this man from the end still.
Yeah, that's
like Rivers talks just like a Southman. He's just like a Southman, and Gem is just like a Westman. It's literally, I literally see Gem, and if I didn't know where he was from, I'll say he's from West. If I don't know where Rivers is from, I'm gonna say he's from South. I just know. You get me?
Man was representing the sides and that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Hella Street, South and West Talk as well.
I think, it's definitely, you point out a great look for the scene in London to have an event and 2 guys from London performing like that as the main event.
Yeah, big time.
And it really highlights the levels on show. And I feel like battles like that, and there have been others this year, and events even that are literally world class. Like, they are world class, they are competitive with anyone, anywhere in the world.
It was packed in there too. Like people are excited to come back to live battle rap, and new faces every time, like new faces.
Definitely,
it's dope. So good.
Yeah. And I think more industry people as well creeping back in. I think shout out to Plug, he's definitely had that effect as well in kind of making sure and focusing on trying to bring the industry into our scene and to pay attention to what's going on here. So it's nice to see that. I think that is something that can be potentially very impactful for the eyes on our scene, in terms of new supporters, new opportunities, new battlers. There's a lot of potential there, and it's stoked to see it coming out of London. No bias, despite what Gem might say. I'm proud of my city. I'm proud of the talent in it, and it's really nice to see.
Even the talent from outside of London comes to London and performs immaculately. I don't know. It's just something about the city. I don't know. You know what I mean?
It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. But shout out to the crowd yesterday, man.
It was lovely.
They were
despite the train strikes, they didn't go to Beyonce's concert. They didn't go to see Burn. Well, some did.
They didn't go to the FA Cup final.
Some did. Some did, but they still pulled up and showed a hell of love, and
they were listening. They were really fucking listening to the bars.
Yeah,
like I've never had so many times. I really put loads of detail into what I'm writing, and obviously I'm starting to present it better anyway. But people were listening to every fucking line, hearing what you were saying, and it was wild. It just meant you'd spit the first bar of a scheme and it would pop, and it's like, oh shit, they're here for bars,
The joy on your face when you say that. Oh shit, they're here for bars.
Because as soon as I got that, I was like, yo, I have this all fucking day. I've got so many bars in this battle. And as soon as they started reacting straight away, I was like, yes, this is about to be great.
Shout out to Prem. Shout out to Trubs for cultivating that scene in London.
It's really looking good.
It definitely is. It definitely is. But I think, we're after midnight. We're nearly 2 hours in. What else do we need to say that hasn't been said? Let's hear some. Who was your performer of the night? Trubs, let's start with you. Let's have a performer and a battle.
Performer of the night, I'm going to say Tony D. Battle of the night, Crow McKenzie.
Fire.
Crow.
Performer of the night, I think for me is probably between Tony and Riv, and battle of the night is my battle, I think.
Rivers.
I would say my performer of the night is Crow just edging out Tech, and I would have said me and Gem was battle of the night.
I'm
not mad at that as well.
I'm with you. I've got you and Gem as battle of the night, with Crow and McKenzie as the sleeper battle of the night, the one that people didn't necessarily expect to be.
That might be it. To me, to be fair, because I really want to watch Gem and Rivers back. That might be it for me as well. But for now, in my mind right now, I've got Crow McKenzie, and then we'll see when I watch it back.
And I'll say, I'm not even gonna. I feel like for the standout performances, they both had PBs on PB. I feel like it's got to be Tech and Crow. I'm not prepared to go one way or the other. I just think they were both outstanding.
Yeah, crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Strong. It's a very strong event. Even with the few lackluster moments or whatever, it was 70% out of 100%. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. That's the way. That's like what we're talking 3/4.
Yeah. More than we missed you, Sean Craig, who says finished Gem Rivers now too. Absolutely awesome.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, it was. Road to a Mil Media, salute to you as well. Cop the Patreon Premier Battles. Watch Match Day 3 and tune into what we're talking about. But and I'll say that to everybody as well. Again, for the umpteenth time, if you don't have the Patreon, don't wait for them to all drop on YouTube. I mean, when they do drop on YouTube, come and join the premiere and watch as a family. But don't wait. Watch them all as an event, probably in the order as well on the card, maybe. And you're in for a treat. You're absolutely in for a treat because this was one insane event. And proud of all the guys on the card, man. Proud of you, Crow, and doing what you did.
Thank you very much.
That was special. And it's so nice when you get to be in the building and feel that for the battlers. Like it's
that's that highlight real shit.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as the battle finished, I was like, that was the one. Like that was the one I needed.
Just knew.
That's it. And we all could see it as well. So it's a beautiful thing to see that. So shout out to Rivers, man. You were phenomenal. And impeccable professional. Like you said, like you pointed out, Crow, you can see how well that shit is locked in, is drilled. Rivers takes his craft so seriously, and see him up there like that against someone like Gem, whose name speaks for itself across the world. No exaggeration, he's one of the biggest names our scene has ever produced. So to see Rivers do what he did up there, to know the work that goes into that, the levels of commitment, it's
definitely,
very proud.
I tweeted. I see Rivers come up from the Gab days and he just didn't complain, but just got his head down and got on with it. And now he's here competing with the top tiers, and salute to Rivers for that. And I also tweeted that Gem understands that he's putting himself, like, I'm the guy that people want to kill. I'm the guy that people want to score points on. So let me share the pit with the killers and put myself out there and take 3 killers in the space of 8 months and come outside and on a regular
in the mix like that.
100%. It's back to back like that. Like I appreciate that too, man.
He deserves a huge amount of respect for just coming. That he didn't have to come back, and he came back and really didn't fuck around. He's really out there,
and he's back to back as well. That's the thing. But people are still talking about his battle with Koji. He just came back with another one. That's not many top tiers do that, So gotta respect it.
Yeah, shout out to Gem, all the flowers. Phenomenal battle. That I feel like as well will be phenomenal in years' time. I've already seen and heard the C word being used multiple times. And that's going to stand the test of time. But I will say now, I think we're going to wrap it up. If there's anything I've missed in the comments, say it now or forever hold your peace.
Click like on the way out the door.
That's
if you
it.
please.
Mind your manners. Yeah, we appreciate that.
If you're catching up, hit the like button too.
That's it. Sean says it's exciting, Gem's back, and you're seeing people like Marlo saying it's inspired to be active again. It's all positive, and this is what happens, right? That energy, it's transferable. That's it, and it's infectious. It draws people to it, and if you are one of our people, then, and if you are one of you lot as well, you know, not just someone in the scene, it draws people from the scene. But if you're one of the battlers, you know, you inspire each other, you motivate each other, you know, everyone on this card, you know, the guys who showed out on this card will force the people, you know, everyone went back to their rhyme books who was in that event like, shit, this ain't enough. This ain't enough. Or looking at performances thinking, I don't have that yet. I need to have that. I need to study that performance and see how do I do that. So yeah, salute to you all. Crow, what do you want to leave us with? Where can the people find you, follow you? Anything you want to promote?
Words of Crow, or like words_crow, I think is the one on Insta. But I'm actually going to spend the next few weeks working on some music, so I'll hopefully have some music coming out for this project later on this year. So excited about that. But other than that, just check out that Patreon, because I fucking cooked and I need people to see this shit. So
yeah, you absolutely did. Have fun in the studio, and thank you so much for pulling up. You must be shattered still. I'm sure it takes a lot to decompress from, you know, performances like that. So thank you. Appreciate you joining us. Mr. Premier Battle South, the plug. Where can the people find you? You've changed, you've had an update, an upgrade. This is the first time actually we're welcoming a new face to the platform. So change your outfit. Yeah, man, The Official Plug TV, youtube.com/The Official Plug TV. Go and subscribe. Make sure you go support the Patreon, subscribe to Premier Battle, subscribe to London Gen, subscribe to everyone, man. Let's just do this, man. Yeah. Rivers, anything you want to say?
Yeah, man, just watch that Patreon, man. All the battles, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Warm up with a couple of the other ones at the beginning. But yeah, man, watch that and just stay locked into everything that's moving, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still kind of worn out. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Make sure you cop your Plug 4 tickets as well, by the way.
Please do. I'll be there.
Yeah, this is the thing, is like there's just so many more fucking crazy events coming up.
Yes, sir.
That is a fact. And if you haven't got tickets for the Plug 4, you know,
going back to Manchester in August, so you know, I need people to wake up and come Manchester, because it's like, what's going on in Manchester? Yeah, we might need to do a little road trip.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. But yes, thank you everyone in the chat for your comments, for helping make the show what it is, and just for pulling up and being here. If you're watching on the replay, then appreciate you too. And we will be back next week with more great stuff. So tune in then. But we are out.